is what it is. Um, let's get into it. I'm Johnell. I'm with my guy Matt Price, Cash Walking, and this is Heat Chat powered by Designated Report. And first and foremost, how we feeling? It's the week of Halloween. I
Yes.
assume Baby Cash is dressing up. He's going out.
Oh yeah, he's out. He was out there today. There was an event out here. I was like, "Yo, Daddy got to work." But Friday we're gonna get into something too. Hopefully the weather stays good for us. And
Hopefully, yes.
yeah, because I'm hearing might be a little bit of rain, but we're gonna make the best of it, man. Friday we're gonna go out, get this candy. We're gonna bag up. Let's go.
What's he dressed up as?
He's
Or
been
dressing up
rolling
as?
with the cow costume. He's
Okay.
been rolling with, you know what I mean? He's said multiple things to me. Like I had him over, and he was saying a lot of things. Like he said he wanted to be meat, like steak or something like that.
Yeah,
And then it was like,
that's great.
then he wanted to be a farmer, and then it went to a cow. And now,
Okay.
so that's where we at.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
you look good at anything. You look good at
Yeah,
anything.
that's
Look like
it, man.
look like his daddy. Look like his daddy. So look good at anything.
Um, let's jump into it. First, we're gonna take the temperature of the league. A little heat check, right?
Yes, heat check.
Um, I want to get into. We've seen some incredible performances to start the year. We saw Luca go for 49. We saw a big game from Austin Reeves. We've seen Wemby. We've seen Tyrese Maxey, CJ
Giannis
Edgar, Giannis. Everybody's been going off super early this year.
found out the hard way.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring him up, but
It's
you
all
know,
right. Hey man, you
you're an
can't even be
unbiased Knicks
mad.
fan.
You
Yeah,
can't even be mad when it's one of those guys like that, like
yeah,
when he just does what they do.
yeah. No, I
Yeah,
feel you. I feel you.
he be traveling though.
I mean, there's quite a bit
Can't believe
going
they didn't
around.
call that.
There's quite a bit going around.
I can't believe they didn't call that.
Um, so we're a weekend. Everybody's played 3, 4 games at this point, and we have 9 players currently who are averaging 30 plus right now. Jamal Murray, Wemby,
Yo,
Donovan Mitchell,
mm.
your boy Jalen Brunson,
JB.
Laurie Markkinen, SGA, Austin Reeves, Giannis, and Tyrese Maxey. Um, of those players currently scoring 30 a game, which one do you think has the best chance of leading the league in scoring this year?
So I struggled with this. At first, I was gonna say Tyrese Maxey, but I think in that case, he's just off to a heater right now. Joel Embiid's on a pitch count, basically, or a minutes restriction,
Yep,
and Paul George is not back yet. That will
he's got to
take
come back.
shots from him.
Yep,
Jared McCain is not back yet. That will take shots from him. So I think, and they've been sharing the ball well. So I think that as the season goes on, he won't be taking so many shots. That's
yeah,
what's going
I
to bring
agree.
his score. I think he's going to still be able to score at a nice clip, but I think that his score will come down as these guys come back healthy. So then I was like, all right, who the other guys? I think they have other teams too. Laurie Markkanen's on a terrible team, so he's going to be jacking too. But I really think it's going to be Giannis, honestly, because they need they need him to score 30 to
Yeah,
win. They're going to need it. There's not that Chris Middleton there. There's not that Drew Holiday there right now. Like, I mean, you got Kuzma coming off the bench. They had some young guys when they played the Knicks. I saw some young guys. That kid, what's his name? Ryan Rollins. He could shoot the three. Then they
yeah,
got the other kid, Green from Northern Iowa. He's also a pretty good player, and he could shoot it as well. So they got pieces around him. Cole Anthony's there, and
that's
they
right.
got
Yeah,
pieces around him. But I think that he's got to be the engine again. Similar to before Middleton rose up and things like that. So I think
that's right.
Giannis is going to be the guy because he's got to score 30 for them to win.
So I'm right there with you, and my
Yeah,
logic was very much the same way. I'm going with Giannis, and I thought immediately there were players we could rule out, kind of like you said. Austin Reeves, his
yeah,
touches are going to drop tremendously.
exactly.
Luka's been hurt. LeBron
But he's
hasn't
taking
played,
advantage of the opportunity, though.
and I don't blame him. I
Yeah.
don't blame him.
He's like, I
Jamal
put up 20
Murray,
tonight? 20 tonight? 24 shots, coach. All right.
Jamal Murray, as great as he is, or as great as he can be, you have Jokic. So,
Yeah.
like, yes, he's going to get his shots, but Jokic is going to get his
It's
as
not going to
well.
be a night to night basis like where it's like that.
Exactly. Um, and then, Laurie Markkinen, we'll see. He's definitely going to get
Yeah.
shots. He's the number one option out there, but the team is trash. I
Yeah.
know they're 2-1 right now, but
Terrible team.
until I see something to suggest otherwise, I think he falls off a little bit.
Not even sure
And
that team got 18 more wins in them for the rest of the year. I'm telling you, I know they 2-1 right now. I don't know if they
damn,
got 18 more wins in
damn,
them. That team is not good. They're not good.
yeah. And then Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson. I think they both can. I just don't think that their teams need them to
Yeah.
score that like that.
Giannis is the one.
Giannis, and then Wemby, SGA.
I
We've
mean,
seen
there's just no
SGA do
answer
it.
for that. But I just feel like Wemby's still a young player. There's going to be
Yeah,
ups and downs. Giannis is the
agreed.
proven veteran. He could average 50 if he wants to. The way that he is playing right now, he
Yeah,
looks slimmer but also jacked. He's playing so aggressively. He's physically so dominant right now. He's like
yes,
Shaq now, but like in with Giannis athleticism, it's
yep,
actually crazy. Like he was just pushing guys around last night. It was
yeah,
crazy. I'm
yeah.
like, what is happening right now?
If
Poor
if
OG,
Ya-
man. OG Ananobi. That's a tough assignment he had. Trying to
if
guard Giannis.
Giannis can ever develop a semblance of a
He
jumper,
shot a
like a
lot of those
consistent
middies
one,
last night. He shot those. They don't look good. They didn't all fall. But if he could get that into his game, yo,
yeah.
that's
If
gonna
he's consistent
extend
with
his
that,
career.
100%,
That will
100%,
extend his career another 5 years.
yeah,
And I think he's 30 now? like, like how
something
old
like
is
that.
he?
He's young.
He
He's
right?
young.
He's
Yeah.
still he's still not even I don't even know. I think he might just be 30, 31 maybe.
We'll fact check that right
Yeah, let
now.
me look it up.
So while we look that up, we have seen a trend. Again, we're 3, 4 games into the season, but
30. Yeah.
full court pressure has been at an all time high this year.
Don't
Um,
I know it?
teams teams just pushing up defensively, whether it's off a make or a miss, they're forcing these guards to have to play a full 94 feet. Small sample size, obviously, but league wide turnovers are up almost 1%, and the steal rate is up as well. Um, Copycat league, but is this sustainable? Can we
No.
see players playing full court defense for a full 48 for a
No.
full 82?
No, that's not happening. I don't see it. Uh I just feel like we've talked about how teams have lengthened their bench and extended the depth
Yep.
and they're extending their rotations.
Yeah.
So yeah, in a world it's possible, but I just don't think that coaches are going to rely on reserve players as much as you would need to play like this because while you're pushing up there, these guards are the best players in the world. They're going to figure out ways to draw fouls 80 feet away from the basket, which is going to piss
Yeah.
coaches off,
Yeah.
drive them insane, and they're going to pull off that shit. So like
Yeah.
that's because it's an idiotic foul. Someone like Jalen Brunson, he's crafty enough, he's shifty enough, he changes pace and speed and direction quick enough, fast enough that eventually he'll figure it out, and you're going to be fouling him 90 feet away from the basket. And that's going to
Yeah.
infuriate a coach in a close game or anything like that. So I don't think that it lasts all year. I think there'll be players who do it, but I don't think that it's going to stay a league wide thing for
Yeah.
long mostly because of personnel. Everybody doesn't have a guy who could do that and not foul.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, it sounds
It
fantastic.
does. It does.
If it's Trey Young or Jalen Brunson or whoever, like if you're making them fight to get over half court,
Yeah.
for those 5, 7 seconds over the course of the game, it adds up, right?
Yeah.
And maybe at the end of the game, they don't have the legs, they're missing free throws, or they're short on a 3 pointer or whatever.
Or they just can't get past
Theoretically,
you. Their legs are
yeah,
tired. Not moving as fast.
theoretically, that sounds fantastic. Do you have a roster of players who can do that night in
Yeah.
and night out against
Against
some of the
Trey
best?
Young
Like,
and Jalen
yeah,
Brunson and Tyrese Maxey. Like, you're not full court pressing Tyrese
yeah,
Maxey. He just
yeah,
blow right by you. By the second
yeah,
quarter, he's that fast. So, yeah, I don't think it's something that can hold. I would actually credit the steals being up to just early season,
it could
sloppy
be. Yeah.
play, playing against somebody who's not your own team and play, you know what I mean? Like, these teams are doing things in the practice. Guys aren't closing out like that. They want guys to take and make the shot. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're like doing what they're doing. But these scout teams, second unit guys, like they're not closing out full speed, jumping out of the gym to contest stuff like that. They're not they're not doing this
That's a
stuff. So
valid point. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I don't think I think that would be more of a reason for it than just the press alone, even though that's probably part of it.
Okay. Okay. The last thing I want to get into, Cooper Flagg, he hasn't had the explosive start to the season as a rookie as I'm sure he would like, but the Dallas Mavs and their fan base has seemingly grown to love him already. I don't know if you saw the video during the
Yeah, yeah,
national anthem when they say "Flag,"
yeah,
the whole arena chants "Flag," which
yeah.
was kind of dope.
I was like,
So,
okay,
so it got me thinking. In the NFL, the Chiefs, at the end of the national anthem, they say "Home of the Chiefs."
yeah,
The Baltimore Orioles, they say "Oh," they
like
emphasize
oh,
"Oh."
so,
Yeah. Dallas Stars, same thing. When they say "Stars," they yell out "Stars." So,
yeah,
what
that's cool.
of these like traditions, and there's probably some more that I'm missing. Um, is it just a little cool thing, like a cool quirk for your team,
Yeah,
or like do you wish like the Knicks had something that they did during the national anthem?
no. With the New York do be doing stuff. If the person stinks at singing, they boo them. You know what I mean? If they're really good, we start cheering early. A lot of times it'll be dead silent in the garden, and somebody's like, "Hey, go down!" or
Yeah,
something crazy, and you can hear it all
yeah,
over the arena. It's awesome, and everybody's like, "Yeah!" I mean, that's already cool. So everybody's got their thing. Out
yeah,
of those, though, that you mentioned, I will say the most classic seems like in the home of the Chiefs. Like, it's like,
yeah.
I mean,
Honestly,
it's probably
that's
because we've heard it the most. They're in the playoffs. They're at home playing all the time, so always on
home
TV.
away doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you always hear it. So
Yeah,
I would say theirs is the most popular and the best
yeah.
rendition of it. But I do like this flag thing. It just makes him more of a household name. You know
I
what I mean?
agree.
Like it adds to his mystique, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be there hopefully for a long time, and
Yeah.
they're making sure of that by making him feel at home.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Super fun chant. You know, I don't know how well the Mavs fans travel,
Yeah,
but if they're on the road, they're in Charlotte or something, um, to get a big, flag during the national anthem, I feel
yeah,
like that's got to be pretty dope. That you've got your fan base behind you,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
on the road. You know what I'm saying?
And how they all like to communicate this? Like,
I don't
who was
know.
the? That's what I'm saying. Did they send out an email? Like, what? How did everybody know? Is this a social media group? Is it a TikTok thing?
Yeah, I
Who
don't know.
came up with this? That's what I want to know. When I immediately heard it was happening, I was like, huh,
That's
who
actually a really good
who
question.
started
Yeah, I don't
this?
know.
Who was the first one to say flag? Like, it was probably just some bros, some
Yeah,
Texas dudes.
real talk, it probably was. It
Yeah,
probably was.
and then
And
after they're
again,
like, oh,
stuff
it's
like
cool.
that catches on quick.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it
you
really
know,
does.
yeah.
4 games
Oh,
in, and he's already got his own thing. That's pretty nuts, man.
that's
This
dope,
kid,
man.
he's a mana.
Yo, so which
I
is
can't
wild as
believe
well.
it.
Him
A
being from
baller from Maine, yo, like a hooper's hooper from Maine.
how again, I know that he hasn't been great through the first 4 games. I don't know how many they played, 3 or 4 games. Um, we've seen glimpses of how
Yeah.
good he is and how good he will be. Is there anything that you've seen in terms of Cooper Flag and just where he is developmentally?
I think he's on the great pace. I think a lot of more pressure is getting put on him because of
Yeah,
how VJ Edgecombe is lighting things up out there. Like right before we got on the show, him and Tyrese were on inside the NBA when Shaq, Kenny, Chuck,
yeah,
and Ernie. And Tyrese was telling a story about how like he sent out a message to the whole team like, "Meet me up. We're gonna run ones." And VJ Edgecombe and only one other player were the only ones who showed up.
that's actually
So they're
really
running
dope.
ones against each other during the summer. And then he was like, "Yo, I knew he was like, he was about it right there." And then
Yeah,
he was saying in the games right now, he's taking more shots than me. He's like he's telling me, "Yo, I look for you out there." Like this he's got the juice, man.
I
He's
like
got the
it.
juice. So I think it's because of what he's doing right off the rip. That it's I don't want to say there's already pressure on him. He's the number one overall pick,
Yeah,
but I think it puts some added pressure on him to look more like the number one overall pick because the number three is going crazy right now.
that's valid. And you've also got the whole Luca thing.
Yeah,
Like you got rid of Luca,
yeah.
and not
And
that
this team's expectations too. Yeah,
team expectations. You got the expectation is that he will live up to the billing,
yeah,
and while I do think he will eventually, um, it's just tough. 4 games. I think he's averaging 13 points a game, which no slouch by any stretch of the imagination. But again, when you're comparing it to a VJ Edgecombe or whoever, some of these other first round number one overall picks, um, people start talking a little bit, which I don't
yeah.
think is fair to him, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Definitely, definitely.
Um, so you've seen this new segment with Michael Jordan, right?
Yes, on NBC, which I gotta give them their props, man. It's been great so far. I love the analysts. I love the shows. I love all the people that are involved so far. And the Bob Costas intros are so warming for my
Always,
soul, yo.
always.
It's like it's bringing me back to the '90s. It feels good.
Yeah.
He's the best.
So I think it's been really dope to, we got the Last Dance documentary where
Yep.
we did get a lot of commentary from Michael Jordan. He doesn't really do interviews or anything
Yeah.
like that anymore. So to be able to get a glimpse inside of his brain, pick his brain a little bit, has been really cool to
It
see.
has.
One of the things that came up in this past week is his thoughts on load management. And I feel like he's talked about this before in various interviews.
Mhm.
But to quote him, he said, "I never want to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. The fans are there to watch me play, and I want to impress that guy way up top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket." So, me personally, I feel like we need to put this conversation to rest
Mm,
just because, or largely because, it's a completely different era of athlete.
I agree.
And yes, I mean, I know the jokes about Jordan, he was playing against plumbers and electricians. Jordan was a freak athletically during his time. There are high school kids now in 2025 that can do a lot of the things that Michael Jordan was doing
Yeah.
in the late 80s, early 90s. The athleticism is through the roof with these guys, and they're stronger, they're faster, they're more explosive, just more wear and tear on your body. And I think that's the biggest difference. Like, yeah, yes, Michael, you played 82 games for the majority of your career. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable with this new
Yeah.
crop of athletes.
Yeah. All the medical information that we have says that, and it's not the players that are trying to load manage, it's the team doctors
Yeah,
that are saying, hey, maybe we should ramp this down a little bit, given this guy's got a feet problem. These guys are technically giants. They're
yes,
not,
yeah,
so their feet are, while their feet are still feet, they're taking an amount of stress on them that
the
normally
normal
people aren't
human.
taking. A
Yeah,
normal human is not taking. Their knees, all the jumping in the land. It's dunking is like, it's one thing to take off. It's when you land, and these
yep,
dudes are landing in crazy ways. Like when they come down on the ground, and I mean the sneaker technology has come a long way, and all these things like that. But it's just like all of the information that we have, it's similar to football. Like, yo, you know what it is with the CTE stuff, so let's do whatever we can to be preventative.
yep,
And it's not really about that. Like, listen, that guy who worked his butt off to get to the game and everything like that, I understand that too. That's dope. But we gotta like, I can't put that guy's buying that ticket over. These are these guys' livelihood. Their bodies, especially, is
right,
everything they count on. That's how they make their money. So they got to make sure they're right, man. And I hate it. I hate that they miss games, but I also think about for the long term goals and stuff like that of even
yeah,
their careers and just of the team in that particular season.
yeah.
It's dependent on these guys being healthy. So yeah, do whatever you got to do to get through the season into the postseason where it counts to be as healthy as possible.
And that's really my thing. I actually read an article from the National Library of Medicine, and they did a study in 2018 on NBA athletes, and they determined that the odds of an injury increased by almost 3% for every 96 minutes played.
Wow.
So if
Wow.
you play 2 games, you play a full 48 minutes, your the chance of you getting injured goes up by 3%. On
Wow.
the flip side, you the injuries decrease by almost 16% for each day of rest. So my thing is like, yeah, of course that father and son, daughter, or whatever, they want to go see Ja Morant play and he doesn't play. I understand how frustrating that would be,
Yeah.
but Ja Morant, the team, the league, they would much rather him miss a Wednesday night game and be healthy than for him to push through something or be on the back leg of a back to back or 3 games in 5 days and something happens and now he's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And now,
That's the
you know what I'm
bad thing.
saying?
Yeah.
It's the NBA is a player driven league,
Hmm.
and when your star players aren't playing for, again, you miss a game, it happens. To be out an extended period of time, that's detrimental to everybody.
Yeah.
So I get it, and I don't disagree with what Jordan's saying.
Yeah. Me
And
neither.
and you aren't either, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's just in 2025 we have more analytics, we have
Information.
more
Yeah.
data, we have more information that says yes, I understand you want to be on the court for all 82, but realistically you're going to be significantly more healthy if you play 76
Yeah.
or 73 or
And it's
something like
saying
that.
it very clearly that rest is what you need. It's not like, oh, another strength and conditioning program that can
Yes.
better condition your body so that you can. That's not what this is about. It's literally a rest thing.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's we have this many games in a week, and yeah, I mean, if you could play them and there's guys who aren't playing as hard as Ja, who aren't
Yeah.
taking the
Correct.
physical beating that Ja is, that can play those 3, 4 games in 6, 7 days.
Yeah.
There are those guys, but when you're going as hard as Ja is, back to back, like when I just went up against a bunch of 7 footers and I'm only 6'2", and 215 pounds soaking wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's gonna take a beating on his body. Just so you saw what it did to Allen Iverson. You see what it did. You seen what it did to other small guards.
Yeah.
It's just it's smarter and for you to make sure that you could play the full season rather than just like trying to play the full season. You
Yeah.
want to be able to
No,
stay
absolutely.
healthy, and if you could just take a day off and then you're back for the next one, if that's what you're gonna be able to be back for the next game, then yeah, let's do
Yeah. And it's not going anywhere,
It's
so
not.
it's something, you know, I truly think the only way to combat this is making the season longer, like
Yeah,
calendar wise, not
yeah,
number
yeah.
of games or anything.
Not number of games.
So now
No
you
more
don't
back to
have,
backs.
yeah, you don't
Stretch
have
it.
the back to backs, you don't have, these
Yo, the
super long
finals
road
being
trips,
around
and
4th of July would not be the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The finals being around 4th of July would not be the worst thing in the world. We could extend that would push it into like middle just baseball is like popping, all-star game kind of only thing
yep,
going on. WNBA is going. That would
yep,
be the only thing too. It would be a nightmare of scheduling in those regards, but they share part of the seasons, and a lot of WNBA teams don't even play in the same arenas
correct,
anymore. So
yeah, yeah.
I think there's only like a few, like the Liberty play where the Nets play. I think they can work it out logistically.
I agree. I agree. And again, I don't know. I would have to. There's very smart people
Just
over
kill
at
the
the
back to
NBA.
backs, kill the back
Yeah.
to backs, kill the like the way that the games all come on. Like they pick up. I feel like there's more in January. There's a bunch in March, and then you're playing, and then you got these super long road trips.
Yep.
Oh man,
Yep.
like the Knicks have like a 2 week road trip every year when that freaking
The Big
is it,
East tournament.
yeah, the Big East tournament comes through, all that, and then they have the Westminster Dog Show comes through. They have a
Yep.
long, what's it called? Like who even goes to the dog show? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I caught myself watching it a couple times though.
Again, I know that there's very smart people over at the NBA. I would have to assume that this question has been proposed at some point, like the amount, lengthening like the calendar of the season.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm sure there's like legitimate reasons why they can't or don't want to or whatever the case is. But I don't know if you want players playing 82. Um, I think that's the only thing that I can think of right now.
that's it.
Is extending the season so that players have sufficient rest in between games. But
That's it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
They could work it out. They absolutely could work it out. There's got to be a way.
Um, so we were talking earlier today,
Yes.
and you mentioned Phil Jackson, and I
Yes.
actually
Oh my
hadn't thought
God.
about this,
Oh,
but
this came across my desk this morning. I got fired up, man.
Phil Jackson is he's part of a book. I forget what it's called, Master of something, Masters of the Game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and basically, during or in the book, some excerpts got leaked, and he was talking about how him and Carmelo Anthony didn't have a great relationship, particularly towards the end in 2017, like 2016, 2017, when Phil Jackson was the president for the Knicks. He talks about some conversations he had with James Dolan and how him and Carmelo just aren't working. And basically, Phil was like, one of us has to go. And it sounded like, if I remember correctly, it sounded like James Dolan was like, let's get
Yeah.
Carmelo out of here. We're gonna keep you. And so Phil ended up leaving in the summer of 2017. Carmelo got traded pretty shortly
Like 3
thereafter.
months later.
Yeah. And so my thing, and I'll definitely let you get into it as our Knicks fan, and just like what your thoughts were in the moment, and now after reading some of his comments. Phil Jackson, incredible coach. We know that he won many
Yes.
championships. Triangle offense, Kobe, Shaq, Jordan, Rod, like the whole thing. He won a bunch, and I think the overlooked part in that is yes, he was fantastic in implementing his system with these two teams and they won championships. But to be a great coach, in my opinion, or even a great president, is understanding your personnel. Carmelo Anthony was never going to fit into a
Yeah.
triangle offense. It's just
Never.
not the way he played. So inevitably, and I'm sure some concessions were made. I'm sure Carmelo tried to work himself into the triangle offense. I'm sure Phil tried to, cater the offense to Carmelo and his playing style. But as a coach, I feel like you have to get the best out of your players, or, again, a president in this situation. And um, it shouldn't be anything personal. It shouldn't be, me and him don't like each other because of X, Y, and Z. Either make it work, figure out how to make it work, or you do have to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
Um, so that's my biggest thing. And like Carmelo, we saw him when he went to OKC, and they're like, oh, and like one of his early press conferences, hey, like, are you looking forward or willing to come off the bench? He's like, who, me?
He's like, they
And
want me to
like,
come off the bench.
and like, again, like as an elite athlete, you've got to have that about yourself. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm a bum.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start. No, of course you want to start. Of course.
Yeah.
So I'm sure to a certain degree there was some stubbornness on Carmelo's part, but ultimately I think it was Phil Jackson, a failure on his part to really assess the team, analyze his players, and be like, all right, let me do what I can to put Carmelo specifically
Yeah.
in the best position to win. And ultimately it crashed and burned on both ends. They both ended up leaving. But as a
Listen.
Knicks fan,
Yeah.
in the moment and now reading these comments, what are your thoughts?
In the moment, I knew that it was a mistake from the jump because right when they hired him, Phil had already had made comments about Carmelo and how he didn't like him as a player and all these different things about the way how he would never win. So
Yeah.
Dolan hired him knowing, or at least probably not knowing, but we all knew that Phil didn't see Carmelo as like a championship player. So fast forward, he comes in. Uh, we had already made the Carmelo trade, so we have no draft picks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In multiple seasons.
Yep.
While the Celtics are getting Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and all these guys, we don't have these picks. While the Nuggets are drafting, finding gems like Jokic and drafting Jamal Murray, we don't have those picks. So what does Phil Jackson do with the picks that he does have? He drafts Porzingis. Porzingis turned out to be a very nice player. I like that, but it didn't necessarily fit with the Carmelo timeline.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying,
Yep.
or anything like that. He started getting like projects, and it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
you have this guy, right here, right now, like trying to win. So then, okay, we get Porzingis. I'm still not even mad at that. But then next season, you got a guy who's a junior coming out of Louisville, showed a lot of promise in workouts. Everybody else knew he was coming. He turns out to be Donovan Mitchell. This is a proven college player, had a ton of minutes, had a ton of everything. No, let's go draft Frank Ntilikina, who hasn't played much in France. We don't know much about him. You hadn't worked him out, like all these things like that. Donovan Mitchell would have came in and helped Carmelo right away. You could have probably started with the way our point guard situation was at that time. You could have started him with them. And he did this, and this is all after in 2016. He just trades Iman Shumpert, who was one of our young players, a gem that we had found out of Georgia Tech. Like, we discovered Iman Shumpert, athletic player. He was going great with Melo. Trades J.R. Smith. And then who does he send him to? He sends him to the Cavs,
Yep.
to LeBron.
Yep.
He sends him to Melo. The dude who Melo is like these are the things. So, like, the relationship did not stop because or did not. I think Melo would have worked with whatever was going on, but Phil was just doing too much. The Tyson Chandler trade. Tyson Chandler 2 years before Phil traded him had one defensive player of the year,
Yep.
and then he just goes off that contract for nothing, like for reasons I'll never understand. And then what? So who do you get me? Oh my God. I'm going through the dark days. This is taking me back to dark times. This is how y'all don't understand. Like, the team that I have right now with the Knicks, this is a blessing. Like, yo, people are online today. We're talking about, oh, Karl Anthony Towns is a waste of a contract. Bro, we signed Joakim Noah to a freaking $70 million contract. Phil Jackson did that. He airballed a free throw 3 feet to the right and 2 feet short. Tyson shit like, yo, then he at least admitted in this book that hiring Derek Fisher was a mistake. At least he did that.
Yeah.
And then so he gets Derek Fisher up out of there. Who does he bring in after that? Jeff Hornacek or something like that. Like, yo, it was just a nightmare. This guy, he let his ego get in the way. That will help you as a coach. That is not going to help you as an executive. You got to be able to see things clearly. I don't care what you think about Carmelo as a player. Why are you the president trying to make us run your offense anyway? Get out of here with that. Like, that has nothing to do with anything.
Yes.
Yo, find the right players. Run the basketball operation. That don't mean that you run it what's on the court. You get the coach, you get the players, you get the general manager, you put the pieces around him and let them work it out. Carmelo was a Hall of Fame player. He at least acknowledged that much too. But after that, you build around him. If you're such a basketball genius, such a basketball savant, then why couldn't you build a team around a Hall of Fame player that could be a contender for a championship? Get out of my face, man. Shout out to Leon Rose, who saw the vision back then. He was Melo's agent, and now he's the Knicks president of basketball operation, running the team the right way because he saw the clown show that is Phil Jackson and what he did. He's never going to do that. You'll never see him do Jalen Brunson like that, a star player. You'll never see him do that to Karl Anthony Towns, a star player. Get out of here, man. Phil, get off your high horse. I hope your book sells, but that's garbage. That is garbage. Fell asleep drafting Frank Ntilikina. They talk about he fell asleep in Donovan Mitchell's workout. And they had a picture of him too. Feet out, slumped in a chair like this. And it's Carmelo's fault. Imagine if you don't trade Shumpert and all these guys, and you do you got Porzingis, but imagine if you still fall in that same spot, it's still not working out okay. But then you bring Donovan Mitchell into that situation. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell, when he hit the league, was immediately jumping off. Imagine what that would have did. A young player like that with Carmelo. That would have extended his career. He'd probably still be playing right now. Honestly. Like, that would have extended his career. So, I don't know. That's just, it's ridiculous. He's a Hall of Fame player. Shout out to Melo. 3 to the dome all day. I don't care what Phil did. Phil Go somewhere, man. Thank you for that championship in '73, though. Appreciate what you did for the Knicks
Man,
and as a player. But
I
you
was
was
gonna
trash as
say,
a coach, and you was even worse as an executive. I don't care about the rings. Then you had Scotty and Michael. You ain't do nothing. Well,
I was
whistle and scream.
I was about to say, you thanking him for a championship in '73. You were not alive, my
I
guy.
was not alive. I seen it though on MSG Classic. Shout out to MSG Network.
All right, man. Yeah, no, I mean we're on the same page. I
Yeah,
think
man.
you
Got
know
me all
there,
fired up.
there's probably a little blame on each side, but I think Phil really fumbled the bag again as an executive, as a president.
Yeah.
Like real talk. It didn't even register to me until you said it. Why are you trying to implement your offense? You're not coaching. Hire the coach, get the players, and then have the coach figure out the way the team is going to play.
That was where it was poisoned from the beginning because
Yeah,
right away everybody's like, "Oh, so are they going to run the triangle offense?"
yeah,
Bro, you should not have even said nothing about that. I don't know what we're going to do. I just want to get the right coach here, let him do whatever he's going to do. It
yes.
was this is 20 whatever at this time. Why are we running triangle anyway? No, like whatever, man.
It's a new time, Cash.
This is crazy, man.
We're past the
Yeah.
triangle offense. We're
Yeah.
past Phil Jackson. It's a new era in
Yeah,
Manhattan.
never
New
again.
era.
And Melo's doing a great job on NBC. Shout out to you, Melo.
Yes.
Keep doing your work. Yo, no more quarter zips, bro. You look crazy out there with that. No. I said, bro, all right, you don't want to wear a suit, cool, but you can't be rocking a quarter zip.
Oh, he gotta stay true to himself, man.
Nah, bro. He was wilding for that one. I was like, yo, they didn't even say nothing to him. When you a Hall of Fame, that's the type of stuff you could do. See?
I mean, for what it's worth, man, like he probably showed up and like at at that point, what can you do? Like, I'm here.
Yeah. It's
We'll
not
work
like
it
they
out
got
moving forward.
it's not like they got jackets that fit 6'8" dudes like just laying around and all that stuff like that.
Yes.
So they're probably like, you know what? Next time this happens, we're gonna be ready.
Yeah.
What's your coat size?
um
uh,
real quick before we get out of here, I wanted to do um I'm going to give you three players,
yes.
and we're not necessarily talking the Knicks, but if you were the president, you're the GM, and somebody brought you three players, like, hey, here are their stats. We need somebody to lead our team to the promised land this year. I'm gonna give you three players, no names. I'm just gonna give you stats. I
Okay.
want you to tell me who you would go with based on their stats, and then I will reveal who would be leading your team.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
So player A, 20 and these are based on last year's stats,
Okay. Okay.
24-25.
Got you.
Player A averaged 26 points per game, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Shot 47% from the field, 35% from 3. All right.
Okay.
Player 2, 24 points per game, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 44% from the field. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Player C, 26 points per game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 49% from the field, and 38% from 3.
I want player C. He's
Player
efficient.
C.
He's
Okay.
efficient. He scores at a nice clip,
Yep.
25 plus, and
Yep.
he's shooting a great percentage. He's rebounding and he's distributing the ball too, and he shoots the three, over 30, like well, near 40.
Yep.
I like that.
38%.
I like
Okay.
that. This is probably a wing player of some sort, right? Who is
So
this? I want to know. It's got to
so
be a wing player.
player A was Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
Player B, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Player C, Jalen Brunson.
I'm
It all works out. It all works
sorry.
out.
It's the efficiency. I didn't even really know those stats, but like they sounded kind of like Brunson. Like I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yo,
that sounds
like
familiar.
I was
Those
a little
numbers sound.
nervous. I was like, in my head, I was like, yo, Cash is gonna know what his stats
Nah,
are.
nah, I did not know them off the top, but yeah, 38% from three. We
Yeah,
gotta get that up, Jalen. We gotta get that to 40. Let's get that to 40. He's
we
not
might.
shooting the three well so far this year either, but he's scoring at an unbelievable pace. I want this. I want the threes. The Knicks are shooting a lot more threes. We need to start making them.
Yeah,
That's what's happening right now. So I'm not freaking out. They're getting good looks. Just got to make them.
yeah, y'all are gonna be fine.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine.
Um, that's impressive that
Yeah,
you still landed on the
I
captain.
was gonna go. It was gonna be C or A.
Okay, I
Something
mean, you
about
really
that. Something about them. That them B stats was fraudulent, yo. I don't know what it was. It made me feel weird. It's so fraudulent.
Yo, yeah, man. And for what it's worth, you can't go wrong with any of them.
No,
But
you can't.
again, like I said, it was just the fact that you chose C
Yeah, quickly
immediately
too.
upon me finishing the stats,
Yeah, I was like,
and
see,
the fact that it was Jalen Brunson. I mean, this it's a match made in
it's my
heaven.
guy. It's my
Yeah.
guy. I wouldn't pick anybody else in the world, Jalen. You're my guy. You're my guy. Let's go to
um,
war.
before we get out of here, let's give the Knicks and the Knicks fans a word of advice, encouragement as we go into Halloween weekend and into
Yes.
November, which is crazy.
Yeah, yo, man. Knicks Twitter, all my Knicks fans out there, do not crash out, bro. It's 2-2. 2-2. We're 4 games in, 78 games left. We got Jalen Brunson. At the end of the day, that's all we need. Everything else around that is going to come together, man. Go out, get some candy with your kids or your nephews or your nieces or whatever, man. Just chill out, bro. Like, things are going to be all right. Things are going to be all right. This team just coming off the most wins they've had in 20 something years. We're
Facts.
gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. They just got a new coach. They got new players. They're working it out. Let's just take a deep breath. You know what I mean? Sip your tea and have a good weekend, man. Happy Halloween.
That's it.
Let's go
Happy
Knicks.
Happy Halloween, everybody. We will be back with y'all next week. I am Johnell. I'm with my guy Matt Price, Cash Walking, and this is Heat Chat powered by Designated Report. We will talk to y'all next week.